Hello everyone, welcome to our TESOL Global YouTube channel. We are sorry for uploading so late because of some family reason. We'll try our best to upload regularly from now on. Saying so, this is a new series we are launching along with our other series. We'll upload videos on different series alternatively per week. This series will basically introduce how to work with Raspberry Pi for embedded computing. In this video, we'll briefly introduce Raspberry Pi and show how to install operating system for Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi is basically a single board computer. Now the question is, what is a single board computer? So it is a complete functioning computer on a single PCB with microprocessor input or output functions, memory and other features. SBC has predetermined built-in RAM without any expansion slots. It is a preferred embedded controller for a wide range of industries, having consumer, industrial, smart home, automotive, appliance, medical, commercial, and military applications. Raspberry Pi or RPi is a commonly used SBC and very popular amongst general people like students and hobbyists. Raspberry Pi has different product versions or series. It includes flagship series, which is often referred to as RPi, which offers high performance and runs full Linux operating system. Then we have Compute Module or CM. This offers similar high performance hardware like flagship with smaller form factor and targeted towards industrial application. It doesn't include any peripherals. Then there is Raspberry Pi Zero, which offers a full Linux operating system and essential ports at an affordable price point in a minimal form factor with low power consumption. Lastly, there is Raspberry Pi Pico. It is similar to a generic microcontroller without any Linux operating system installed. Here you can see the some of the photos of the series for Raspberry Pi. In the left top, you can see the Raspberry Pi flagship series. Then there is in the right side top there is Raspberry Pi compute module, and in the downside you can see the Raspberry Pi Zero and Raspberry Pi Pico. Now we'll talk about Raspberry Pi operating system. So Raspberry Pi uses Unix-based operating system, which previously called Raspbian. It is a Debian Linux. So most popular Debian versions for Raspberry Pi are Debian 11 or Bullseye and Debian 12 or Bookworm. So nowadays we're mostly using Bookworm. So next you'll see the specification for the Raspberry Pi 5, and we'll mostly use Raspberry Pi 5 in this series. So because this is one of the latest flagship Raspberry Pis. So it includes Broadcom BCM712 2.4 GHz quad-core 64-bit ARM Cortex-A76 CPU. It has video core 7 GPU, dual 4K 60 HDMI, LPDDR4X RAM. So we can have like 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, or 16 GB, the different options. But for this series, we'll mostly use 8 GB one. It has dual band 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5. It also has micro SD card slot. So it supports cards up to the SDXC standard, which means it can handle up to 2 terabyte, and the minimum size is 32 GB. So we'll sometimes use 64 GB or 128 GB for this series. It also has camera and display interface and many other different options. So next we'll show how to install the operating system for Raspberry Pi 5. So before going ahead, we'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel if you are benefited from our content. Also click the ring bell to get notification whenever our new video will be released. It's just show more than 50% of our viewers didn't subscribe to our channel. So please subscribe and help us to grow our channel so that we can provide much more quality contents. So to install the operating system, first go to this web page of Raspberry Pi. If you just search Raspberry Pi operating system, you can find this page. So here, if you go down, there are different options of Raspberry Pi. So you can download either Windows version or Mac version, or you can also download the Ubuntu version, or you can also directly install this operating system in the Raspberry Pi through this command. So we are using Windows PC, so you'll download the Windows version. So if you click here, it will download. If you go to the download, you can see the imager. So if you just double click this, it will bring the installation option. So next, if you click install, it will install the imager. So if you click finish, it will just start the Raspberry Pi OS installation window. So next we inserted a micro SD card in our computer. So from here, first you can either choose the storage or you can choose device. So if we just click choose device, then we have the option to select different Raspberry Pi. So we are using Raspberry Pi 5, so we just select this one. And if we just click choose storage, then it will find the micro SD card we inserted. Just select that. And for the OS, we'll just select the latest OS. So then click next. Now, if it's asking if you want to edit the customization for the operating system or not, either you can select here or you can also change the customization after it's installed in the Raspberry Pi main, like from the desktop. So if you just click edit settings, then it will bring you to the settings option. Here you can put your username and also the password for your PC. Then you can select the Wi-Fi and also you can select your country and time zone. You can, as I said, you can also select it later as well. You can enable your SSH from this window, so it will help you to access your Raspberry Pi remotely, or you can also select this later after the installation. And there's also some other options. You can just select these or just you can ignore or skip this. So you can also do this customization once the operating system is ready to use. So after editing the customization, if you just say yes, then it will ask you to format the micro SD card. So if you just click yes, it will start installing your Raspberry Pi OS in the micro SD card. Once the installation is done, so it will show write successful and it will ask you to continue. So if you press continue and then remove the micro SD card and insert it to the Raspberry Pi, it will start working. So this is the setup we are going to use for our this series. So here you can see we have the Raspberry Pi 5. This is the 8 GB version. And here is the micro SD card where we have installed our operating system previously. So you have to insert your micro SD card into this slot. So there is the micro SD card slot. Then this is the power plug and we have the HDMI micro. So you just can connect it here and the power plug. And we have the mouse and keyboard, so you can connect this in this USB ports. And we have a smaller display with the HDMI connection. So we'll use this display for this series. So now if we power it up, it will start booting. You can see the LED here is booting up. So now put it to the desktop. So welcome to the desktop of Raspberry Pi. So now I'm back to my main computer and I connected the Raspberry Pi with remote access. So we'll show how we can remote access Raspberry Pi in our next video. So here the display is smaller because I'm using a smaller display. So here this is the main desktop of Raspberry Pi. You can see the upper side, this is the task bar. So here you have the OS button, then we have the web browser, then there is the folder system, and there is the terminal. So in the OS, if you just click that, you can have like different option and you can configure. For example, if you go to the preference and if you click Raspberry Pi configuration, from here as well you can configure the Raspberry Pi. So what we did before the Raspberry Pi installation, so you can change your password and host name. You can also change the Wi-Fi options here. So you can change the how the display will going to be look, and you can also enable or disable some of the interfaces. So we'll discuss about these things later. So here we enable the VNC and SSH. These two will help to remote access your Raspberry Pi. You can also configure this through terminal. If you just click the terminal and you type sudo raspi config, it will bring up the window. So from here again you can configure your Raspberry Pi, and once it's done, sometimes it asks you to restart or reboot your Raspberry Pi, so you can reboot it from here. So from the terminal, you can do different tasks. So terminal can help you to install new softwares, update the Raspberry Pi operating system, also change some configuration as is showed before. When you install a new operating system, in general, like it doesn't require to update, but you can update your operating system by typing sudo apt update. So it's showing it's just updating your system. So it's now updated. Or you can also type sudo apt full upgrade. So I'm not gonna do it, but if you just type this and press enter, it will update the full system. So otherwise, if you just click the web browser, it will bring you the inbuilt web browser. So this is the Chromium web browser. So from here you can access your internet. Also, we have our file system here. If we click the file system, it will bring up the folders which you can access, or here you can create new folder or you can delete the folders as per your need. So here we also have some other things, like from here you can change the volume, or you can configure your Wi-Fi, or you can access your IP address, and also you can manage or you can connect Bluetooth devices from here. So sometimes it also gives the option to update your OS from this. So here this icon means it needs to be updated. So if you click this, it will ask either to show the updates or install updates. So if you just click the install updates, it will just install the updates. So this is the end of this video. You can find the details in our TESOL Global website as well. So in our next video, we'll show how to work with Raspberry Pi remote access. So please subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'd like to thank those who already subscribed and helping us to grow our channel. Add likes and comments and give us suggestion of what kind of video you want us to make. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter or X and in Facebook. Thank you for watching. See you next time.